this is a 16-week class, we're basically doing 2 classes per day that we meet. We're doing 2, 2, 2, 2, and we only meet on Tuesday, Thursday. So, for the absences, the maximum is 4. All right? So, how many days would that be? 2 days, okay? Because it's 2 classes per day. All right? So, the maximum is 4 absences. Now, if the absence occurs on the day that an assignment, test, or whatever, there are no makeups. All right? Because at this point in time, you know every date of test. I have that for you now. If you need to put it in your calendar, whatever the case might be, do that. But you know the days of the test. That means the grade earned is a 0. If you're not here, you don't do the assignment, you can't get points. All right, the grade is a 0. Now, any absences beyond the allowable 4, all right, I'm going to need official documentation, and I reserve the right to say whether it's excused or not. If it's not excused, the grade is going to begin to drop. So you want to make sure you pay very close attention to your absences. Okay? Now, something that I want you to note. Class begins promptly at 2 o'clock. Class begins promptly at 3:30. I do not tolerate any tardy or late entry into my class. There's a reason for that. I'm here, I respect my job, I respect myself, and I'm here to do my job. And my job starts with you guys at 2 o'clock. When the door closes, that's it. There is no more entry into the class. Now, I understand some things may happen, which they shouldn't, because this is a 2 o'clock class, not an 8 o'clock class. Should be allowing plenty of time. But this is one of the reasons that I have created the group me. Okay? If you're stuck in traffic, which is about the only thing I will allow for, okay? If you're stuck in traffic due to an accident or something like that, group me. Send me a message. I will let you in, okay? But if you do not notify me that you are coming late to class, you will not be let in. Now, if you get here late for 2 o'clock and you haven't let me know, all right, you can go have a seat, whatever the case might be. You can come in at the 3:30 time frame. But the 2 o'clock time frame is an absence. That is not excusable. All right? Does that make sense? All right? Now, what's another reason that I'm kind of tough on this little 2 o'clock? Well, no. What's another reason you could think of that I wouldn't allow late or tardy entry? Disruption. It is not only a disruption to me, okay? It's a disrespect to me, but it's also a disruption and a disrespect to your classmates who got here on time, okay? So it's just not going to be tolerated, all right? Let's see. Attendance policy, the maximum amount allowed. Now, late work policy. Point blank, don't accept it. That's just all there is to it. Dr. Burnett, I just forgot it was Sunday or Monday, whatever day the assignment's due. Sorry. It's not going to be reset. Every assignment you get, you will have anywhere from 5 to 7 days for completion, which is plenty of time for completion of those assignments. So for everything you do, no late work is accepted. Academic honesty. I think this is something that you all have to sign when you start classes with the college. The policy is followed here in the course. And if you're not familiar with the policy, I highly recommend that you look it up, okay? Because there are consequences for academic dishonesty for the college. And I will follow those in the class, all right? First instance, for example, you earn a 0 on the assignment. If something happens a second time, it kind of goes further up the chain just a little bit. Now, the course requirements, teaching strategies, okay, I'm old school. That's just point blank. All right? Anybody know what I mean by that? Now, it's because I'm old. Huh? No, I'm not going to play games. Mainly because of the topic that we're in. All right? I know that, like, a lot of learning until you get to this point is song and dance. A lot of it's very easy. A lot of it is like handing out a piece of paper, just kind of writing or coloring something or something to that effect. That's not this class, okay? When I say I'm old school, okay, I have information that I want you to know and learn, all right? It's going to require reading of the textbook, usage of the textbook's website, all right, doing labs in class, okay? I'll try, well, you can't really make anatomy and physiology fun. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. But it is an interesting topic, okay? There's lots of things, and we'll look at the book's website. That'll help you also. Like I said before, email, the best way to contact me. If you sign up for the GroupMe, you can send the message. I'll check them every so often, okay? But you can send the messages. My philosophy on teaching is I really want to help you begin to think critically. That is going to be my biggest goal, all right, is to get you to start taking everything apart, because that's really what we're going to have to do for this topic. Now, like I said, we're in a professional setting. We are going to sign a syllabus agreement stating that you understand all of this. And this is the part right here that everybody's not going to like. Put them up. I see computers out. I see cell phones out. And I don't allow that. Now, if you have the notice or the information from the ADA office, you need to bring that to me, and we'll make whatever accommodations are. But for right now, there are no computers, no laptops, no tablets, no phones, no iPods, no music things, nothing. So take them down. The reason for this, it is my experience, no one is ever following what I need to teach you. This course is too important to have the electronics out. It can't happen, because when we are in lecture, I need you to interact with me. I'm going to be asking you questions. I'm going to be checking for your understanding. I can't do that with the computer screen between the two of us. Okay? So if you got a problem with that, you need to think about what action you would like to take. If at any point they are taken out, if I hear the phone ring, if I hear the text messages go off, whatever the case is going to be, I simply ask you to leave. Because it's a disruption to the class. Completely. There are consequences. First and second offenses are listed. Now, I understand that in some courses, you've got all this stuff out. I see students walk out of their classrooms to answer their phones. Okay? Now, this is not a Dr. Burnett policy. This is actually the college policy. There's not supposed to be any electronic devices. It's up to the instructor, teacher, professor to enforce it. I choose to enforce it. So, therefore, the no electronic devices. But it's not my policy, it's the school's. Now, food or drink. I understand we're in here for a long time, and it's okay if you take a sip of water or something like that, because you'll see me do it, okay? Just remember, they do dissect stuff on these tables, okay? I know how I clean it after I do dissections in my class, but I don't know what other professors do, okay? Just remember that. So if you've got food sitting on the table, if you've got water sitting on the table, just note that that's your choice, okay? But we're not supposed to have it. Now, for the next part, the assignment requirements. This is basically restating what is stated earlier about the assignment submissions, just in a different way. Once again, letting you know the types of assignments, the percentages, test, all that sort of stuff. Extra credit. I don't really believe in it, all right? Because if you're doing what needs to be done for the course, you don't need extra credit. There will only be a couple of opportunities for it, all right? If I offer extra credit and you're not here that day, it doesn't get extended, all right? Because it'll be due that exact day. The rest of the syllabus is simply information for the college, for the emergency procedures and so forth. And if I have to make any revisions, like if I find a date wrong or something, I will fix the syllabus, post it, and send you an email by Blackboard. Okay? So any questions?
Can you scroll back up to your office hours, please? I'm sorry, I seen hours of operation on that page that we were just on. Is that something different?
That's for the school.
Oh,
that's just the school's
okay.
information, where it's like their times for different offices and libraries and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so the next thing that I want you to notice, I thought I posted it. Oh, I think I know where it might be. I thought I posted it in here. I will get it posted, but I'll show it to you from another class. But this area right here, course documents, there's a couple of things I want you to kind of notice. First of all of the PowerPoint notes are ready. Okay, so all the chapters are there. They're good to go. You'll see up here at the top, I've put like Amanda's bone presentation. This was a student from a previous class who took PowerPoint, and then she took pictures of bones And she created like a labeling that can be done. She did like labeling of everything that was on the list. Now, what do I mean by the list? I'll show you, okay? But notice how she took everything and she's got it labeled for you. All right, which I thought was kind of cool. And she gave me permission for me to use it in my classes. She also did the same thing with the muscles. She went through and labeled the muscles for you. Now, the other part that I'll get posted is what I'm going to give as your study guide. Everybody always wants to know, do we have a study guide? Yes, you do. Okay, I just forgot to add it, which I'll do this evening. And the way that I would suggest using the study guide. Now, what it is it's chapter by chapter, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. Now, this is basically the study guide that you'll find for Anatomy 1 across the board for the VCCS system. Okay, all right, some of this I'll go into, all right? So there will be some things that I won't focus on and will say, nope, I don't really want you to worry about that. I want you to worry more about blank, okay? So that's how we'll use the study guide. Now, my suggestion